Isang nakakatakot na anunsyo mula kay Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro. Estados Unidos handang maglunsad ng airstrike laban sa China pag inatake ang Pilipinas. Binigyan diin niyan ni US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Malaking banta talaga ang Mutual Defense Treaty sa China dahil hindi nito madaling masasakop ang West Philippine Sea. Dahil sa anumang klaseng pag-atake na gawin ng China, handang umatake pabalik ang US para depensahan nito ang Pilipinas. Yan mismo ang napag-usapan ni Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro at ni US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin III.
Indeed, we had a phone call with Secretary Austin, and he reiterated once again the commitment of the United States insofar as the Mutual Defense Treaty is concerned. However, this operation is a sovereignty operation of the Philippine government, and the situation did not warrant any invocation of the Mutual Defense Treaty. That being said, the assurance by the United States, as you said, that attacks on public vessels, to include PCG vessels, can be an armed attack rather on a public vessel, such as a PCG vessel, can trigger the Mutual Defense Treaty. Of course, the Philippines is very conscious of the fact that we are not looking for war. We are not seeking conflict, but we are merely asserting our rights, which the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea and relevant Philippine laws secure to us. And these operations are done within areas where the Philippine government has every right to operate. And that is simply what we are doing. And in such a case, not only the United States, but other governments have chimed in the chorus in support of the Philippine government. The reason is simple, that the Philippine government's operations are based on rules, a rules-based international order, international law, and the UNCLOS. So I think that we are asserting the same thing. And that is the predicate on which not only the United States, but several other countries operate with us in this area. Secondly, how can EDCA sites help protect the Philippines? The Philippine government, together with the United States government as our treaty partner, and other governments, are helping to make Philippine defense capabilities resilient and robust. Because the protection of the Philippines as a structural and integral political entity in the world means the propagation of rules-based international orders and norms. It means freedom of navigation for a host of other nations in the South China Sea and in the West Philippine Sea. It means the establishment and advocacy of international law for the whole world. And that's why a resilient Philippines is a value proposition, as I keep on repeating, to the whole world. So, the United States is helping the Philippine government in hardening its defensive posture to include its assertion of its legitimate rights in the West Philippine Sea, like other countries. And this is how, in a total picture, of course, you cannot take EDCA piecemeal, from the efforts of the Philippine government to build up a more robust defensive posture, but also in context and in conjunction with the efforts of the Philippine government to build a more capable armed force in order to protect the integrity of the Philippine Republic as an archipelagic state. The United States here are based on the MDB-SEB. And in conjunction with Mutual Defense Treaty and VFA. So the presence of the United States troops here will be in accordance with the mutually agreed activities on the MDB-SEB annually. We don't need an agreement. No, it's an operational question between both armed forces. We don't need an agreement for a joint sail with anybody, actually, or a joint patrol with anybody within our EEZ. So I mean, that's an operational matter which depends on the availability and capability of both forces to do so.